Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Blaster Master. In the last part we beat Area 7 and got here to the beginning of Area 8, and now we're going to continue on and finish the game, folks. Now Area 8, like Area 7, is incredibly linear. There's only 2 alternate pathways you can take, and even then, I'm not sure what's at the end of them. All I can recommend is using a wall too unnecessary, and not falling into those little spikes there, because that can take around half your life. Which is never fun. Also, I mentioned last part that you actually have limited continues. Make sure by this point that you're not at 0 lives, because you're probably going to die to the next boss. Or in this room entirely. I might as well show off the lightning sub-weapon. Yeah. The path it goes is completely randomized. I should mention that. The normal missile sub-weapon, I actually tested it out after beating the game. Pretty much sends a missile up and to the right, I believe. Also, I should mention, you will need hover in this place, at least for one room, if you'd want to have enough life to face the boss. Why? Well, we'll get to that in the next room, actually. After dying stupidly. And with that, I'm on my last life. I get one more game over, and I'm booted, one more death, and I am booted back to the title screen. I hate it when games do that. Luckily, though, if you're playing this on an emulator, you can, in fact, save state to keep yourself from getting completely booted out. If you know the right places to save state, that is. You could just see me being nervous because I don't want that game over. What hit me? Oh, I see. I didn't notice it during recording, but that little enemy shot something at me. I didn't notice that. Also, Jason's standalone gun does actually have limited range, but it generally, you use it so little, so, well, outside of the cabins, that is, it has limited range. But you're not, but your standalone Jason so little in the game that it doesn't really matter. Also, I recommend going throughout the ceiling in this area. It might take some time, but it's much safer. Also, what are we walking on? Or driving on? Are these intestines? I've never heard of a completely pink and red cave. I've heard of red stones and pink stones, but not an entire cave made out of them. And that looks like sausage. Also, I think it's safe to say that if I was actually doing a speedrun of this game, at like the world record runs, I would probably be done with this area by now. The speedrun just blasts through these last areas. Well, it blasts through the entire game, so, yeah. And final tank room of the game, ladies and gents. Pretty much just go straight ahead, and you should do just fine. And there's the final cabin. I never showed off an optional one, but well, all the are in them are gun and health stuff. Now, somewhere in this room on the lower half, there's actually a glowing gun power-up I recommend you get. I actually get it off-screen, because, admittedly, I actually did die to the final boss here. But, thanks to editing, you never see that. Because the final boss, or at least the first phase of it, is actually rather difficult. So I recommend you get that. It'll at least put you up to level 4, which will make the first phase of the final boss pathetically easy. And first form of the final boss is the cover art, actually. This guy was actually on the cover of the game. Plutonium boss. The only place you can hit him is his obviously face. His obviously face, okay then. And his only method of attack is the boulders. I assume they're boulders. But your bullets can actually knock them out of the way, so yeah, look out for that. But they do like 3 damage, so that's the only turn down. And true final boss, Underworld Lord. And it's playing one of the musics from the earlier areas. I think that's Area 3. I'm not sure. But the basic strategy for Plutonium Lord, go to the right wall and never move. The range of his whip doesn't allow him to actually hit you if you're this close to the wall, so pretty much just mash B and A and you will lose. Or win. No, you will not lose. Also, I believe in the Japanese version, this thing has a penis. I believe. I remember reading that somewhere. I know for a fact, I think it may have been one of the Nintendo Power things, but I'm not quite sure. But we just beat the game! What an easy final boss. And suddenly we're on the surface again. And an iceberg sinking. Yeah, the manual is where you would get the majority of the story. Pretty much mutants were planning to take over the world when Fred went into the Earth. And we get an awesome sprite of the Sophia, and Jason has blue hair, and it was brown in the intro, and Fred's alive! Fred is not dead, yeah, hey. But that's not the end of Jason's adventures, though. I know for a fact, via pretty much the Blaster Master Wiki, that Jason will be featured in later games. So yeah. But that was Blaster Master, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually rather did. It's not my favorite Sunsoft game. I actually still have to say that is Batman. But it's still a damn good time. Fantastic music, smooth controls. Very interesting concept and design, considering it's essentially a Metroid game with a tank. And I like that. My only big my only big problems with the game are 3 things. 1, no save system or password. That could help a lot. 2, limited continues that they don't tell you about, and when you lose all of them, you're booted back to the title screen a la Mario 1. And 3, the difficulty. Mind you, I'm used to difficult NES games being difficult, but this is just kinda ridiculous at times, particularly against Hardshell, who, fun fact, as I learned in the novel, was said to be Fred, Jason's pet lobster. Also, the manual calls Jason Fred at one point. But yeah, overall, pretty solid experience. But with that, the next Sunsoft game I'll be tackling is Batman for the NES, which I like much more. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Very thanks for watching. Bad English there, by the way. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next Let's Play, whatever that may be, though I have a pretty strong idea about what it may be. You'll find out soon. See you guys then.